Don't give up on what you feel inside. Your dreams are where your truths reside. It's not just wishing on the stars, it's falling down and raising bars. Each bruise will shine like victory's flame. So stand up strong and play the game. The world won't dream for you, so make your own come true. Make your dream happen, take the leap. Climb the mountain, dive so deep. Speak with passion, live out loud. Stand out fearless in the crowd. You've got
Moving on to number two.
Number two was the Orley Farm School Hot Composter project. And that was really interesting because what we were talking about before is like sometimes people don't think about when it's to do with waste or when it's to do with throwing away things. Well, you know, finished and it's out of sight and out of mind, but not to the people who put together this project. Absolutely amazing. Also, all the science that you're learning in classrooms, suddenly all this science was well expressed and was put into action. Presentation so beautiful, well costed, timeline, and I think I asked you if you got the money, how quickly could you get this into effect? And it was like, we're ready to go. And I thought that was amazing. So the world is going to be a better place if we're using our science to think about projects like this. I was so impressed. I did ask if they would invite me back, when would I actually see this change, and apparently inviting me back in about 6 months. So yes, I would like to say yes for the Hot Composter project.
Right, there we go. Round of applause for that. Okay.
I loved their presentation. I think that the slides they had were really good, and it contained as much information without looking too like busy. Cluttered,
Very
yeah.
clear, wasn't it?
So they wanted 500 to 700 pounds for a sand pit for the younger years, and I think it's a yes for me because they explained why it's important for these sand pits and the sand diggers, because it improves the hand-eye coordination and it also provides fun and activities outdoors. They also said they can make it more adventurous by hiding little gems or little things inside, so they can go on like a scavenger hunt or something and find like
Digging for gold.
Digging for gold, exactly, yeah. And I thought that was an amazing idea, and it's a yes for me, yeah.
Round of applause there for Grace. Okay. I think this was Sean, and is it Suyash?
Yes.
I think your presentation, the way you verbally presented, blew my mind. It was so, I can see you on TV, both of you. You genuinely, you were so engaging, and you'd ordered your talk brilliantly. You've probably got one of the most complicated ones, because yours was to improve hygiene and protecting the environment. And what you wanted, I liked, you used the word visual nudge. You want to create a visual nudge to remind people before we go to eat, before we put anything into our face in terms of food or touching things, you want people to think about hygiene. We've just come off the back of a pandemic, and I love the way you've talked about one of the most complicated things. How many people here always wash their hands before they eat? Always. Really? I'm seeing one or two people are doing well. But perhaps, when I was at school, we had to line up outside the dining hall and we had to put our hands out like this, and the teacher would say, turn them over. And we had to do that. And he might say, or she might say, go and wash your hands. You have to go to the back of the queue and wash your hands. So actually, now we trust people to wash their hands, but I love your idea of that. You wanted £500, and I think it's a really, it's a difficult thing, because you talked about improving the changing rooms, not the changing, the washrooms as well. You're probably going to need more money. I'm going to say yes to £500 now, and let's see what impact you can make with it in terms of painting and redecorating the spaces. A lot of work to be done there, but can I just remind you, the most important thing is start with your visual nudge, create those posters, and get people thinking about staying healthier, okay? There's lots of talks about health, but round of applause, £500, that's a yes from us. The outdoor learning area. Who was doing the outdoor learning? You two, again, pretty similar when it comes to you three. In terms of talking about TV stars, your articulation, the language that you use, this was a really thoughtful project. You won £270. I like the way you talked about people are fixated on screen time. Who spends a lot of time on a computer? Put your hands up. Well, we're pretty confident about saying that. How many adults spend too much time on screen time? And what I liked was you talked about being fixated on it, but you want everyone to get involved. You also want to look after the equipment that you're buying to create this outdoor teaching space, a cupboard that's locked. So you even thought about that, because quite often one of the problems is we buy nice things, do we look after them? No. Not always, and then the project falls away. So £270, you wanted to buy various things to carry on teaching like we are now, outdoors. That gets a yes from me. A round of applause for the Grange Outdoor Learning Area.
With the Grange EYFS Splash Zone.
Oh.
How is everyone feeling?
Oh.
Everyone is
Splash me
so
now.
hot. Okay, and I think this is the most appropriate thing, especially for this weather. They wanted £250 to £300 for an outdoor play area, a splash zone, for their younger children, and I think it is much needed in this weather. It is so hot, and playing with water is a really good way of cooling down and also having fun in this weather. So it's a yes from me as well.
Well done.
Whoa, well done.
Okay. So I have to say, I mean, it's not always that we actually said yes to all of them, but it's not always that we do that. I think that reflects on your presentation and preparation. It can also just remind you, you thought about making impact. That's the start, that's the first step across the line. Now you've got to keep that excitement. It's very easy when things start to go a bit wrong to say, oh, that was a waste of time. Don't let it. You're here now making a difference by getting funding. That starts with getting an idea, getting that idea all the way to knocking on people's doors. And if people don't give you funding or what you need, don't stop. Okay? Keep going. Today we've got funding, but it doesn't mean we always get our funding. Don't let that stop you. Is there anything else that anyone wanted it took place and that other people noticed it? And that's really important. So thank you so much for being the brilliant audience that you are. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you very, very much, everyone. What's this?
Thank you.
Oh my life, there's more to do with Lion King. Can I just remind everyone, I had nothing to do with Lion King. I didn't act, I did nothing. I just sat like spectators and said, wow, this is amazing. So what's this? No way. Oh, amazing. Well, listen, thank you. This is going to give me something to read, and I'm going to put it outside in our library, and I'm going to tell everyone at Orley Farm to come and take a look. We'll leave it in our library, I think.
That's a good idea.
Thank you very, very much. So much work has gone into it. I feel so privileged. And this as well. Now, what's this? A happy birthday card. Oh my life. A happy birthday card. Do I look as though I'm 175 years old? I'm glad you said no there. Thank you very, very much. That's so, so kind. I'll put that up in the staff room, actually. Thank you to all of you. We need to do this more often to come together and make changes.
I just want to say I was so impressed with everybody, the speaking, the confidence. I just want to highlight two people who for me are just going to make me walk home with a massive smile on my face, and I'm sorry if I can't.
This is the